Hello guys. Welcome back to GDT Tech Reviews. In this video we are going to do a detailed review and pick the top 5 best Sony cameras. So let us get started and the review based on our studies and small research. If you have any personal suggestion, do let us know in the comment section. If you are for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon for more videos. We will be also providing affiliates link to purchase from Amazon. Kindly use to for best offers and purchase from anywhere in the world. So let's get started. The A6000 is equipped with a 24-megapixel APS-C sensor, which was state-of-the-art when this camera was launched back in 2014, and only a couple of APS-C cameras improve on this even now. The image sensor has 179 phase detection autofocus points, and there are also 25 contrast detection points for the hybrid AF system. At the time of launch, Sony claimed that the camera had the fastest AF in the world among cameras with an APS-C sized sensor. And while a few cameras have without doubt improved on this since then, it still feels extremely responsive, even by today's standards. On the back of the A6000 is a tilting LCD screen, which is joined by an electronic viewfinder, the same 0.39-inch, $1.4 million device found on the first edition RX10 premium bridge camera. Reflecting the broader trend, the A6000 comes complete with built-in Wi-Fi and NFC. As its standard kit lens choice, the A6000 comes with a 16-50mm f3.5-5.6 power zoom, the same lens that is packaged with the A5000. You can also buy it body only, giving yourself the freedom to choose from the large range of different E-mount lenses now available. Perhaps the perfect all-round lens for this camera is the Zeiss 16-70mm f4 optic, but that comes with a £799 price tag, quite a bit more than the camera itself. The grip of the A6000 is ever so slightly pronounced, making it quite easy to hold. The Sony RX107 is the company's latest pocketable one-sensor compact. It uses the same 24-200mm equivalent f2.8-4.5 lens as its predecessor, but features a more capable, easier-to-use autofocus system. This comes in addition to the already impressive capabilities we saw in the Mark VI, including very fast continuous shooting and high-quality 4K video capture. And, for the first time in the series, the Mark VII has a mic socket for improved audio recording. The Mark VII can shoot at up to 20 frames per second with no viewfinder blackout, specs that are a match for the company's flagship A9 sports camera. And it's this capability, along with the enhanced AF, that prompts Sony to talk about the power of an A9 in your pocket. Key specifications: 20MP1 type stacked CMOS sensor with phase detection and built-in DRAM 24-200mm equivalent f2.8-4.5 zoom, 20 fps continuous shooting with full autofocus and auto exposure, and no blackout, 7 frame, 90 fps single burst mode, retractable 2.36 m.f with 0.59x equiv. Magnification 3, touchscreen LCD oversampled 4K video combined lens and digital active stabilization mode in video, high-speed video at up to 1000 fps, intervalometer Wi-Fi with Bluetooth and NFC. The Sony A7RIV should not be thought of solely in terms of resolution, but that 61MP sensor is bound to be what grabs all the headlines. It beats its full-frame rivals by some margin and re-establishes Sony as a frontrunner in a full-frame mirrorless camera market that's suddenly become very busy. But the Sony A7RIV is not just about resolution. It has a very rounded balance of overall image quality and versatility, combining its ultra-high resolution with 10 fps continuous shooting capability and a buffer that can sustain this speed for up to 7 seconds. Sony's EPIC hybrid AF technology takes another step forward too, with 567 phase detection AF points spread across 74% of the image area and 325 contrast AF points. It now offers real-time AF tracking in its movie mode. 2. Specifications: model number, IL7RM4 sensor, 61MP full-frame XMR CMOS sensor image processor, Bionz AF points, hybrid AF, 567 phase detection, 325 contrast AF points. ISO range, 100 to 32,000 exp. 50-102,400. Max image size, 9,504 x 6,336. Metering modes, multi-segment, center-weighted, spot, average, highlight video, 4K UD at 30p, 24p viewfinder, f/5. Sony's a6400 is a compact 24MP mirrorless interchangeable lens camera with an APS-C sensor that will serve plenty of photographers, from family documentarians to pro shooters looking for a lightweight second body. The big news is that it has a new processor based on that used in Sony's sports shooting flagship A9, which enables real-time tracking autofocus, which is one of the most effective autofocus implementations we've yet seen. Key specifications: 24MP APS-C sensor, 425 points phase detection AF system with real-time tracking, tilting screen, 180 degrees up, 90 degrees down to 36M. Electronic viewfinder, new Bionz X processor, ISO range from 100-32,011 FPS, burst shooting, interval shooting option added, 4K 30p video capture, mic input, no headphone output, 410 shots per battery charge, Wi-Fi with NFC and Bluetooth. The A7 line is the basic all-round option. The A7S series is a lower resolution, higher speed action and video specialist. The A7R, meanwhile, is the flagship, high-resolution model for photographers who want the ultimate in quality. So what Sony is doing is continually updating each of these three main camera lines with new versions. The A7S series is now at the Mark III stage, while the A7R has hit a new resolution high with its 61MP full-frame sensor. You might consider the regular A7 III the basic model in the range, but this camera is a long way from that. The A7 III might be the affordable entry point into Sony's A7 full-frame mirrorless range, but the technology and features in Sony's new camera practically put it in a league of its own. At the time of its launch, the A7 III was unmatched by any rivals. Things have moved on since then, with the arrival of the Nikon Z6, Panasonic Lumix S1 and Lumix S5, so the Sony A7 III is up against cameras just as good or better, but still has a lot in its favor. The new Canon EOS R6 is another strong rival, of course,